Now dengue season is going to begin, and along with it a number of other illnesses will also come.
So doctor, what are the signs of heat exhaustion and when should the medical help be sought?
So first, to identify it, we should know that the child would sweat a lot. We should really ensure that the kids are washing their hands properly. They should be not allowed to eat a lot of uncooked and dairy products.
From heat protection to water safety, in today's episode, we will be talking about the best tips to ensure a worry-free summer for your kids. Joining us today, Dr. Pankhuri Sisodia, pediatrician at Cloudnine Hospital, Baner, Pune. She will share her expert insights on how to keep children happy, healthy and hydrated during summer. Welcome, Dr. Pankhuri.
Hello, it's my pleasure to be here, and I'm really excited to talk about this very important topic today.
Okay, so let's start. So doctor, how can parents prevent dehydration and heat-related illnesses in kids?
The answer is in the question itself. So we want to prevent dehydration, so we have to remove the D from the dehydration. That means the first and foremost thing that we can do is to hydrate the kids. So we have all seen that kids between the age of 1 to 5 years, they play a lot, they're very active, but they sometimes forget to drink water. You have to remind them to drink water. So most important thing is that we should be reminding them to take a lot of water breaks. So even if they are playing, they should be taking a break, sipping some water, or they can sip some electrolyte solution like ORS or any homemade juices. So they should be hydrating themselves. Okay. Number one. Number two, they should also be wearing protective clothing, very minimal cotton clothing, so that they are not sweating too much and their sweat is drying frequently. And they should be maintaining good hygiene. So after playing in the sun, they should be coming back and taking a bath, taking a shower, hand washing properly. Before eating anything, before drinking anything, they should be hand washing. Also, there are a lot of germs going around, so they can actually use the insect repellent also before going out to play. Also, we must prevent to send our kids outside during the peak heat hours, like between 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. I would suggest that the kids should stay home. It would be better if they go out in the later afternoon or in the evening when the sun is not so harsh for them.
Okay. All right. So doctor, what are the best ways to protect children from sunburn or skin damage?
Yeah, again, very important, because sometimes we feel that sunscreen are only for adults and so much of chemicals should we give to the children or not. But let me tell you that the skin damage is even more quicker and even more damaging for the kids. Their skin is even more delicate than ours. So of course, sunscreen is very, very essential for them. Any sunscreen of good SPF 30, 40 should be working for the children, and it should be applied liberally to all the exposed spots, especially the areas that we miss are the neck, the behind the ears. So sunscreen should be applied everywhere properly wherever the child is exposed. That will prevent a lot of sun damage. And again, like I said, whatever changes the sun and heat are causing in the body, they can be corrected with good amount of water and good amount of electrolytes. So some simple basic electrolyte solution like an ORS electrol can be given to them in bottles, and they can just keep sipping through it frequently, and we have to probably remind them.
Yes, right. So how can parents ensure safe outdoor play during hot summer days?
Yeah, so to ensure that, we can't really tell them not to go out to play, but then we should actually take care that number one, they are taking enough breaks to drink water and also to come to an area where there is a little bit of shade. So whichever playground they are playing in, I think we should make sure that that playground also has kind of a safe area or a shade area where they can come and take a break, take a sip of water, and then maybe go back to playing again. Also, if they are experiencing excessive sweating, dizziness, or some form of excessive heat problems, then we should be careful that they are not near any water body like a swimming pool. So they might, get kind of dizzy and fall in it. So we should also have to protect them from the injuries. Otherwise, immediately preventing them from going outside between 11 to 3 p.m. is something that we can do.
Okay, that's great. So doctor, what precautions should be taken to prevent food poisoning during summer?
Again, very important question. So we all take care of sunscreens and all this we would do. But then after coming back from playing, or generally in the house also, we should really ensure that the kids are washing their hands properly. Number one, the food is also properly cooked. They should be not allowed to eat a lot of uncooked and dairy products. Uncooked raw products and dairy products can actually lead to some or the other form of food poisoning. We as much as we can prevent, we should prevent them from eating outside. and especially fried stuff, which can cause a lot of germs. Again, one thing that parents also allow is, because there is a lot of heat, so we allow fruit juices from the stalls, but sometimes the fruit juices do not cause such a problem, not so much as the ice which is used. So we should prevent them from taking any ice, especially from the outside stalls. We can give them juices, everything homemade,
Okay.
and just cooking the food properly, not allowing raw materials to be eaten a lot.
So doctor, how can insects and mosquito bites should be avoided during this season?
So mosquito repellents should be used, number one. So anything like All Out, or they can be using some cream on the body, which is insect repellent. We should again be very careful of the hand hygiene, the food hygiene, and we should avoid storage of water a lot. So some people would like to store because there might be a water deficiency in the house, but then we should also take care that that needs to be used and reused and replenished again, because if the water is standing for a long time, then the mosquito bites and other insects would grow. So excess of storage of water and standing water can then invite infections. So that should be prevented.
So doctor, what are the signs of heat exhaustion and when should the medical help be sought?
So first, to identify it, we should know that the child would sweat a lot, and the child would be not feeling well, in general feeling of being unwell, and what would not want to get up from the bed, would be becoming dizzy, would probably have headaches, and the fever would rise, and there is something called as hyperpyrexia, which is just beyond the fever. The temperature may rise up to the tune of 104, 105 also, if the child has a heat stroke. So we have to identify by sweating, dizziness, fever, and child generally being unwell. This is to identify. And when these symptoms we are observing, then of course we should seek medical help. First thing is to cool down the body. So that will be done at the hospital, or you can do it at home by just giving a bath to the child. Or in smaller kids, we can just sponge them and keep them in cool environment. If there are any extra clothing, we can remove them and try to bring down their temperature. If that is also not helping, then they should seek medical help.
So lastly, doctor, how can parents maintain good hygiene to prevent summer infection in kids?
Yeah, so good hygiene involves good hand hygiene. It involves food hygiene. It involves overall house hygiene. So it's very important that we keep our houses clean. The bed sheets are changed regularly. The clothes are washed regularly with a gentle wash. The hands hygiene is something that we sometimes lack. So before every meal, the hand washing should be very, very proper. And before even cooking the food, the hand washing should be proper. Now, sometimes we are taking care of all these, but the house help should also be directed to do the same. So they should also be cleaning their hands properly before entering the kitchen, before even touching the child, or in case of smaller kids, before even picking up the kids. So they should be really focusing on the hand washing. And just taking bath regularly, maybe even twice a day, using good quality of soaps, which are antibacterial and germ repellent soaps.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pankhuri, for sharing your insight.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. And to our listeners, if you found this episode informative and helpful, do share it with others and subscribe to our channel for more such informative videos. Until then, take care and stay healthy.